I think there's a time in someone's life when you've just got to stop caring about other people, and like not in a way where you start being rude to people you walk past on the street, or start being rude to your actual friends, but you've got to stop focusing on other people's problems, and you've got to stop focusing on their journey in life. You cannot change people, and like acknowledging people's suffering is important. Acknowledging if someone genuinely needs help is important, but that if they're in a rut of instant gratification and not looking after themselves, if they can't get themselves out, you can't either. The most you can do is nudge them to doing something with their lives. You know, you cannot physically transfer all your beliefs and your mindset into someone else's head, because let's be honest, that's the reason you're here. The reason you're here isn't because of the habits, it's because you changed your beliefs and you changed your mindset towards life. So if you have a friend that, you know, goes to the gym, doesn't go to the gym or anything, and is relatively unhealthy, I mean, you can make comments about the things he eats. You can make comments that he's not done anything today. You can say, you're better than that. You can say that there's more to life than, you know, instant gratification. But the fact is, if they don't want to change, they won't. The thing is, right, if you recall back to when, you know, you weren't doing much with your life. I can, for example, when I was like 15 years old, 16 years old, 17 years old, and I would like cry myself to sleep because I was a little victim and didn't like my life. I recall back to that period, and the reason I started to change is because I was at an emotional low. I didn't have any good coping mechanisms. I didn't have a relationship. I didn't have the confidence to talk to someone. I didn't have supportive friends around me. But I'm grateful for that, because changing by yourself and changing on your own is the most positive and the most fulfilling experience you can ever experience. Like that feeling of day by day your life becoming better and better because you're starting to look after yourself, and then gaining that feeling of pride to reinforce these positive actions. Like that is the most beautiful thing, and people need to experience that themselves to be able to maintain a good lifestyle, to be able to maintain, you know, a positive mindset. You cannot, as I said, you cannot physically transfer everything in your brain to someone else. It's like arguing with someone about politics. You can't physically transfer your beliefs and your view on life into their brain, and it won't click for them. The best you can do is, sadly, it's just tell them what you think, and tell them honestly. Be honest to them and honest to yourself. That's the best you can do. But you cannot change them. You can maybe say, okay, if you want to get into the gym, I'll go with you. I'll be your gym partner. Yeah, you can do that, but you can't. If it gets to a point where you're dragging them to the gym, stop. That's taking more of your energy. This is the main point of the video. Like, you should help people, but if it's costing your energy and if it's costing your life force and motivation for life, it's not worth it, man. You've got to stop being such an empath, stop being such a nice guy, because they will get to that point where they want to change. I genuinely believe this. Most people will get to a point where they see self-change and self-improvement as the only option. They'll get to an emotional low, and as much as that sucks, it's necessary for people to change. This is why so many people change after a breakup, because they're so depressed, they feel so empty. They get to that emotional low point. They've had this coping mechanism for so long with their lives that they're not happy about. You know, maybe it's their body they're not happy about. Maybe it's, you know, they're not actually achieving much. The girl leaves them because they're not doing enough with their lives. And then they realise, oh, I know why they left me, because I'm not doing much with their lives, with my life. Or maybe they're in the state of, you know, girls are just terrible people, and then they start improving their lives again, and then they're confused when girls are attracted to them again. But this is the point, man. You can't rely on, people can't rely on you to do things with their lives. You can't drag people to the gym. You cannot force someone to sit down and meditate for 20 minutes every morning. That's their decision. They need to hear the information. They need to go on a self-improvement journey. They need to consume a certain amount of content. I believe that, you know, YouTube is a positive space, a net positive for getting people into self-improvement. I have a lot of other opinions about YouTube, but the main thing is it helps people that really, giving them that new style of thinking, giving them that new mindset to then change, providing them with the information to improve their lives by stopping instant gratification and starting to live to higher expectations of themselves. So stop trying to change people, man. Stop trying to change people. This is their life. You're living your life. Stop trying to drag people around. It's wasting your energy. You could do so much more productive things with that energy. 6-minute video. Wow. I'm still ill, if you couldn't tell, which is rough. I don't know why. I'm treating myself well. I'm just feeling ill a lot. So we'll hope that goes. See you in a bit, guys.